Good morning, and I hope you've been well, and this is part 160 of the Pokemon Rejuvenation V13.5 Let's Play. Set mode, no items, so yeah. So before we do get into today's episode, I want to go over a small update on the future playthroughs on this channel. So yeah, if you don't really care to listen, that's totally fine. Go to the comment section below. I should have a timestamp there if you want to skip on ahead to when we actually start playing Rejuvenation. And if I forget to do that, it should only be about 2 minutes max. I plan to go into it very simply, so yeah, I guess we'll get on with that then. So, as some may or may not know, and if you don't, that's totally fine, we have started and completed our new Let's Play, Slay the Princess, and, sorry, playthrough, not Let's Play, playthrough of Slay the Princess, and I wasn't really expecting to complete it so quickly, but we did, and I didn't really have another game lined up, so I went to the Steam library, and I saw this older RPG horror game that I've always been wanting to play, and I was like, okay, you're up next. So the next one we will be getting into is an older RPG horror game called Aoni. Some may or may not know of it, that's totally fine. It's that one game where there's like this giant purple dude that I guess chases you around a house or something like that. I don't think it's really like story rich, it's just a really, I don't know if I want to word it as like a goofy horror kind of game, but that's how I'm gonna word it because that's how I kind of like see it. But yeah, that's gonna be the next one we'll be getting into. I don't think that's gonna be a very lengthy series, but it's something to get into and play for the time being for me to kind of like think more on the next series. Now, if you do want to leave some comments and suggestions on some games, I'm definitely down to give it a look, and maybe one day we'll play it on the channel. For some of the more larger games like Inscription is something that I got recommended, a Minecraft Let's Play, Little Nightmares 1 and 2, I have those bought as well. That I'm gonna have to wait until I get the PC built. I will have an update video hopefully this week made to go over the PC and a lot of other channel update kind of stuff, so but for now, I don't mind getting recommended some of those kind of games, but it's gonna be a little while before I can actually play them because I would rather do that all on the PC than the gaming laptop that I have here, so yeah. Now, Stardew Valley, getting onto that real quick. This week will be the final episode for Stardew Valley. It's not an indefinite stop on that game. I'm just gonna take a lengthy hiatus from that game so I can go back to 2 Let's Plays at a time. I've just gotten to a point where I'm like, yeah, it's time to go back to 2 Let's Plays. I cannot keep juggling 3, so we'll stick to Rejuvenation, and then next up will be Aoni, so I think that's pretty much it. We'll stop there. On to the game itself. Okay. I guess we'll go on here. You know, I've been wondering, how close are we to the end of this? Access High University is only 3 stories high, but it's still massive. It pretty much ends whenever the Puppet Master wants it to end. For all we know, there could be 100 floors, or 1,000. Oh god, I can't take it anymore. Going up 1 more flight of stairs was enough to bring back my depression. Depression? Come on, there's no need for that. What's wrong? Scared of High Roller Zeta? Ah yeah, it's Zeta again. 1 more time, high 5, up high, down low, you grow as a person. You two done being buddy-buddy? Yeah. Alright, enough messing around. You 4 made it all the way to the top, but now you gotta get through 1 more trial. The final trial is simple. You all will be entering one of these buildings alone. Once you are inside, you'll answer a series of questions. All you have to do is pass, all of you. If one of you fails, you'll have to start over. Sounds simple enough. What's the point of this? We'll see. Something is fishy about this. Fishy? Nah, Zed is a cool guy. I'm sure everything's gonna be... however you say that word. I'm not even gonna try pronouncing it. Okay, now... let's save here. And then is there any... okay, there's no like like A button like interaction in here. Now, is there any within here? Doesn't seem to be. Oh, that's interesting. So even like out here, if I press the A button, it doesn't even work anymore. Okay. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Okay. I guess we just kind of pick a door. Into the building. I didn't mean to voice crack there. I didn't mean to have the speed up there, sorry. Doors will now open. Okay, let's do this. Good luck, Alon. Welcome to the Job Interviewer 3000. Today we'll be asking you 3 important questions. Please answer them truthfully. Let us begin. Question number 1. Do you want this job? I'd say so. Please wait a moment. Thank you. Your answer has been recorded. Please step into the next room. Sounds good. Let us begin. Question number 2. 3 other people are interviewing for this same position. Will you betray one of them to get this position? None. Please wait a moment. Thank you for your answer. Sorry, thank you. Your answer has been recorded. Please step into the next room. Now, I do want to point something out within the Nightmare Realm. I'm not going to try to word it in a way that it's spoilers, but it's interesting how this room looks extremely identical to the 3rd layer, where you play as Malia and then you go around with Venom, Ren, and all that kind of stuff. So just something to kind of point out here. It is kind of interesting to see that it is extremely similar. Let us begin. Question number 3. It seems like user Saki has voted to betray you. This betrayal will cause you to fail this interview. If you betray her back, the points stolen from you will be returned. Do you want to betray Saki? No. Please wait a moment. All of your answers have been recorded. Your responses have been calculated and will now be shared. Alon 4, Riza 1, Amber 4, Saki 4. All participants must have 6 points to pass. Unfortunately, not all 4 participants were able to reach 6 points. Therefore, this experiment has ended in failure. Thank you and have a good day. We failed. Yeah, we did, but I'm not surprised. Me neither. I feel like it should say me either. Or maybe neither is the correct way to say it. I suck at English anyway, so I'm the wrong person to try to correct something on that. Riza, how could you? What? You hit betray. I hope you're satisfied because I took my points right back. What? I did no such thing. You're lying, idiots. I know you're not talking, Saki. You betrayed me. Whatever. You want to know something? I was being a team player until Alon betrayed me. Isn't that right, Alon? What? Fine. Play dumb, idiot. Let's try the game again, and this time, don't... something. Fine. Alon, Riza, Amber, and Saki played the game once, then twice, then 3 times, then 4 times, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9, then 10. All fruitless. I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all don't cut it out, I swear to the angels above that I will smack heap of violence on y'all. You guys just love pissing me off, huh? You all are just a bunch of failures holding me back. Come, if you attack, then my army will attack 10 times as fierce. Suffering will be but an afterthought, true despair await. You think at least 3 of us would get 6 points simultaneously by now, but nope. Because you all are idiots. Wait, what? I said after all the games we played, you think we get at least 3 people with 6 points, but we've only ever gotten 2 because someone doesn't want to cooperate. Oh my lord. Guys, let's play the game one more time, okay? I refuse, I refuse, I refuse. Alright, one more time. But here's the catch. No matter what, answer the same as you did in the last match. Just do it, okay? No messing around. Alon 7, Riza 3, Amber 1, Saki 4. Those were our scores for the last round. Please remember them. Alon, Riza, Saki, and Amber played the game again. That's it. Armageddon begins now. Say your prayers. Looks like someone was... Oh my god. We're idiots. Yeah. Huh? Did you guys answer absolutely the same as the last time? Yes. Our scores this time were Alon 2, Riza 4, Amber 6, Saki 6. Our scores before that were Alon 7, Riza 3, Amber 1, Saki 4. If we played exactly the same, then how is that possible? A game of only 3 questions. Even if we all played differently, there was a high chance at least 3 of us ended up with 6 points. The game is rigged. No matter what we choose, the system allotted us random amounts of points. I don't think betraying matters either. I think the system says someone betrayed us on the 3rd question regardless if that actually happened or not. In that case, I'm pretty certain none of us betrayed each other or even on the 1st round. Well, crap, what do we do? We can't win a rigged game. I'm certain this whole game was meant to be won. We must have missed something somewhere. Remember what Zeta said all the way back at the beginning? Helping the people around the school will be essential to your success. Isn't there that machine we found in the factory area still without use? Oh yeah, we kind of skipped over it because it was broken. We should head back downstairs and help out with that then. I hate helping out. It's the only thing we got. We may as well give it a try. Sigh. Sounds like a plan. Alrighty. I guess since we're kind of like heading back down, I do want to apologize again for the last episode though, with the puzzles and all of that. I definitely felt that I was definitely a little grumble. I know, to be fair, I think I brought it up on that episode that day whenever I was recording that was just a really hectic day with work and all that kind of stuff, and I think I worded it like that on that episode, but if not, my brain was just fried. I even got like a comment saying like apology accepted, and there were so many times where like you were close to actually getting it right but then you fumbled the ball. Now normally I like to rewatch my episodes just to make sure like the audio and all of that is good before uploading. So when I saw that comment and I was like rewatching, I was like in my mind like, oh my god, they're right. They're 100% right. There were so many like I could have actually had if I just like thought a little more, but my brain that night was like, nope, you're gonna fumble today. So yeah, apologies for that again in advance. I know it's not the end of the world, it's fine. It just like sucked because I was like, I think I even mentioned it during that episode. I'm normally like pretty like okay with like puzzles and whatnot. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm an expert, but I'm okay with puzzles. At least I like to think that way. But no, yeah, my brain just was not there that episode, so yeah, anyways, I just kind of wanted to say that there. Yeah, it's not broken, but come back later, okay? Oh, okay, here we go. All 3 brains, they're here. Plop. Creating basically anything within reason. Your services are no longer required. Go to hell. Okay. It's done, and it's exactly how I imagined it. What did you make? Feast your eyes, peasants. Behold, it's an electro bat. You wasted our time making a bat. Okay, but hear me out. A really long time ago, my best friend Eric and I streamed some game called... I'm not even gonna try pronouncing that. And it had these things called electro golf clubs. Hitting these things on appliances made them cease to function. These electro bats are the same, but also I gave it an old Saki Blakely touch. This Electro Bat is also known as the one-hit KO bat. It'll knock anything out with just one hit. Isn't that so funny? Just one bonk. So if we smash the monitors with these bats, they'll cease to function. The doors in there are held shut by the programming in the monitors, so if we shut off the power, the door will swing open. Easy, we all pass. Now that I know this machine actually works, I'll have to make one for each of you. Saki made electro bats for everyone. These things are pretty heavy, but it'll get the job done. Alright, let's go smash in some screens. Nope, not so fast. Come on, Zeta, ruining the fun here. We just want to cause mayhem. What's your deal, Zeta? I'm getting really tired of being pushed around and pulled places. Man, I had such a bro moment there. That's okay. And I'm tired of cheaters. The Electrobats, hand them over. You cheated first. The last trial is rigged. Maybe if you all work together, you'd make it through. We did work together. The product of our work are the Electrobats. We ain't gonna give them up to you. Fine then, I guess I'll have to make the sec bots penalize you for all cheating. I haven't seen Alon in so long, and the first thing I get to do is punch their face in. Now that's what I call content. Proposal. Alon, Riza, Amber, and Saki all retrieved Electro Bats, also known as the one-hit KO bat. Yeah? Proposal. We keep the Electro Bats and smash their heads in. Are you serious? You're gonna fight back? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, we're tired of this, Zeta. Yeah, you better run. Alon, Riza, Amber, and Saki have had enough. With your Electro Bat in hand, you are allowed to go wild. Press the A key to wildly swing your Electro Bat. To knock away sec bots, move towards them to press A. Enough is enough. Hey, you got it. Let's cause some mayhem. For a moment. I really suck at this. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think there are specific ones that we need to find. I think they're like a different color if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to go upstairs? Gonna have to catch me, idiot. Alright, you got it. I guess I can't really hit him from there. Soon we'll get him though. Okay. Get you guys on out of here. Can I... Oh, there we go. I guess it's like a little finicky. Let's see, any guy in here? Oh, I should say bots in here. Nope. There's gotta be somewhere around here. Not there. Right, that's all closed. Did I miss one? I don't see anyone in there. Don't see anyone in here either. Oh. Duh, the door. Owie. Something opened up upstairs. My bad. I was over here like, where's this robot at? But right, the door. Alright. Open up. Oh, more of you? Alright. Let's take care of these guys. Owie. Something opened up. Oh. Get rid of you guys there. Is there any more? Doesn't seem to be. Okay. Enter the building. Alright, let's do this, everyone. Doors will now open. Let's end this game once and for all. Got to go. Hello? Oh. That's kind of odd though, because like I know I was hitting it like that before. Maybe it's just like a little, again, like finicky like I said before. Oh, but that one went easily. There we go. The Electro-Bat fizzled away into nothing. Goodbye, Electro-Bat. Bro moment. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out of my head. Now... I had like it's just called Rampage. Okay, now the whole get out thing. I guess I could do a slight spoiler. Now I can't 100% say with certainty what that... Sorry, I feel like I was talking away from the mic there. I can't like say exactly what's going on with that, but I do have a very decent idea on why our character was like get out of our head and get out, so yeah, let's just do like a spoiler rant, because why not? If you don't want to listen, that's totally fine. Go to the comment section below. It is heavy spoilers, but it's not really going to be a very lengthy spoiler rant, so again, one more time, comment section below, timestamp there, so yeah. Okay, we are in spoiler territory one final time. If you do not want to listen, go to the comment section below, timestamp there, so okay. So with our character being like, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out of my head, I believe that is the original Alon, the original pro tag, because if you have played the game before, you know that your character was once their own person. Now, just to simplify it, remember now if you haven't like played the game or if you've done it for like your first time and you're still like confused, I'll try to simplify it as best as I can. So go back to when Viraya was like, I'm looking for my interceptor. You are a great candidate. Why don't you be my interceptor? Now, during that conversation, it was the original Alon being like, Ayo, no, I should be dead. I don't want to go through that again. Now, it's not just with Alon, but it's with all the pro tags. Avis, Avia, Arena, Axel, Aero, sorry, or Arrow, however you say his name correctly. I think it's Arrow actually, not Aero. Arrow, Alon, and then Anna. You go through all of that with Viraya, and each pro tag, I don't know if they all respond differently, but I assume all of them in some way, shape, and form is like, yeah, no, I don't want to do that again. So she's like, okay, cool. That's fine. We'll have your power. Somebody else will take over your body. You're just going to be asleep. If some things kind of show up from your past, it might trigger some emotions, so you might kind of resurface, but for the most part, you'll stay asleep. Interceptor's powers will be about halved, and yeah, you got a deal? You want to do it? And then the pro tag's like, okay, fine, whatever, deal. I want to be done with this. And then Viraya's like, okay, cool. We chillin', we vibing. Thank you, my interceptor. Now, goodbye. Go do your thing. And that's when I, the one that's playing whoever, you know, pro tag we are playing as, is, you know, like they are like their own person, but it's also like us in a sense, like doing what, like making the choices like for them per se. If you want to go down the Paragon or the Renegade and yada yada yada, do you want to be friendly or mean and all that kind of stuff. But again, the original, you know, soul, the original person of the body is the original pro tag, Alon. and any other protect that you play as, but I think with it saying get out, get out, get out, I believe it's just the original Alon being like, get out of my head, like just get out and all this kind of stuff. Like he's starting to like resurface back from his slumber because of, you know, Variety doing the one thing that he kind of like stays asleep within the body, and we just kind of do our own thing with this protect here. So yeah, I probably could have worded that better, but that would be my kind of guess on why that happened, just in case if there are some people that are confused by that. Could have worded that better, is what it is. And yeah, and if I'm wrong on that, then somebody can correct me in the comment section below, but I think that's pretty much what it's doing there. Okay, I think that's it for that though. Okay, we are out of spoiler territory, and writing that down. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there, I had to go do something. What a rush. That was awesome. Saki, that was brilliant. That was a brilliant plan. This whole trip was worth it. My body screams for more blood. I wish to decimate more. Let me loose. I want to go feral. Drink a glass of water. Trust me, that'll be enough. Alon, I know we got a little separated back there, but it's good to see you in one piece. How was your rampage? My body screams for more. It was awesome. It was interesting. I assume my body screams for more is the one to get to the most points. Yeah, okay. I should probably double check the points though. Let me just pull up the one thing real quick. And take a peek here. I believe we are chapter 15. Platinum route. Yes, my body screams for more is gonna be the one that gets you the most. Alon understands me. We must be satiated by to be satisfied. However you say that, I think I said that right. Satiated to be satisfied. Okay, we want to do round 2. Well, it doesn't matter. Even if we wanted to continue, it looks like we can't. All of our electro bats were destroyed after hitting all 3 monitors. What a coincidence, huh? Are you implying that this was all pre-planned and that the hammers were gonna break at the end no matter what? No, I would never. Wait, where's Riza? Riza? She didn't come out of her room yet. Wait, guys, look over there. For a moment. Nah, Riza. Riza! What the hell? The masked guy has Riza, but how? Wait, sorry. Was he waiting inside of the room for Riza to enter or something? I thought only one person was allowed in it at one time. It doesn't matter. We have to go help Riza. Guys, I found this on the floor in Riza's room. Riza's electro bat. It wasn't destroyed. The monitor in the last room was perfect condition too. That means Riza never struck it with the electro bat. Then I was right, that creep was waiting for someone to walk into the final room. When Riza walked in, he... Someone locked the doors. We can't go back through this way. Riza! Is that a teleportation pad? Something about this is just... Never mind. I won't let that person hurt my friend Riza. I'm coming. Okay. Heal here. Now, right, that door's there. But of course we gotta go back here first. Let's see. I don't remember where they be at. Maybe the auditorium? Nope. Okay. Oh, here we go. Hey, where do you think you're going? Took you long enough, now you got nowhere to run either. Now get talking. Where is Riza? Give her back to us. Why the silent treatment? Last time you were so eager to talk. Looks like you want to be difficult? Fine then. Okay. Oh, there's a Genesect. So it was a different battle that I was thinking of then. Let's get a Roarville up. Crit definitely did not matter at all. I mean, it's a Genesect, so... yeah. Hexorus. I'm gonna be real, there's not a whole lot I can really do, but I'm just gonna do whatever damage I can. Just kind of weaken it down a little bit more. SD probably would have been the play, honestly, but it's fine. Nice. Now you've got nothing. I like how she has the electro bat in the back. I kind of just saw that there. Now real quick, I just kind of want to write this down. Okay. You all are nothing but obstacles. An obstacle. Move out of the way. Heh, we always know how to make them talk. We want to know what you did with Riza and you're gonna tell us. You just don't know your position. You act as though you've won. Foolish arrogance is deadly. It's ironic that you say that. I know that I've won. And why is that? Because of this. Serpentine Strike. Ouch. That could not have felt good at all. The Electrobat has turned into dust. It's gone forever. Rest in peace, Electrobat. You will be missed. I think you swung that Electrobat a little too hard. Yeah. Oh look, someone's waking up. Let's see who's under this mask. Yes? Wait, stop. Who? Thomas? You weren't supposed to see my face. You guys know who this is? That's my brother, Thomas. Brother? What? You don't have a brother. I was adopted into the Blakery name 5 years ago. Saki and I are not bound by blood, but by name. Cool story. Now tell us where Riza is. Thomas, tell us right now, what did you do with Riza? Riza was ejected from the game. Ejected? What do you mean ejected? She's no longer in this game, so she's woken up. I didn't say that. Her consciousness is in limbo. She won't wake up until everything has been cleared. Why did you do this? Why Riza out of all of us? You all tried to bend the rules. Because of that, punishment was in order. Riza just happened to be in the pod I was hiding in. Bull crap. I don't believe that for a second. The Puppet Master happens to have everything lined up for Saki to make those electro bats. And we were the ones who cheated? Tell me the real reason why you kidnapped Riza. Has anyone ever told you that you're annoyingly persistent? I've been told that once or twice, but I didn't ask. You're not getting a word out of me. Why not, Thomas? You have to tell us. Because the game has yet to be completed. Maybe once you all complete this game, I'll be more willing to talk. I think you mean once we complete the game. You're coming with us, boy. There's no way I can let you out of my sight now. You think I'm going with you? Preposterous. Where are you gonna go then? Last time I checked, your portal out of here expired. I wonder about that, actually. Kind of convenient for it to close on you. Could it be perhaps that you were abandoned? I've considered it. It's possible that I am now considered a player in this game. Glad you see things our way. Now get up and walk. And where exactly are we going? Back upstairs through the teleporter. We'll show you the way. It seems I don't have a choice. Very well, I'll accompany you for the time being. Certified bro moment. Now... I guess another slight... Well... I don't know if it really matters to do another spoiler rant. I guess I could do a small one, just kind of talking about that scene, so... Yeah, if you don't really want to listen, that's totally fine. Go to the comment section below. Timestamp should be there. Skip ahead, so... E. Okay, we are in spoiler territory one final time. If you do not want to listen, comment section below. Timestamp there, skip ahead. Yeah, okay. So, this will get into some heavy spoiler stuff, by the way. So, not a lot I can really say, but I just kind of want to like dissect what just kind of like transpired there. So you learn that it's Thomas Blakery. You see that Hazuki's also playing along with this game with the Puppet Master, and it's just a really interesting thing to see there, that Thomas himself, Hazuki is, you know, playing along, and they're, you know, messing around with Jean and now with Riza. At this point, Riza is being moved to the other game with Alita and the others. Now, you may be thinking, why though? It's kind of obvious if you played the game before, and if you haven't and you just want to understand it. That's what I'm about to get into. So, Jean, if I'm not mistaken, is impersonating... Kieran is impersonating Jean, Clear is impersonating Riza. So, as Amber called it out, and I think Amber's on the dot, that it's like, it's not just a coincidence that you were in that room. I don't buy that. There's more to this, and I want to know what. And Thomas is like, I can't say anything. If he could, you know what, he might, but it's way too dangerous to say it outright, to just say the Puppet Master's goal, their plans, and all that kind of stuff out loud. It has to be a situation where the game is done and completed. Afterwards, yeah, we'll talk, but during this game, it's too dangerous to say that kind of information out loud. It could ruin a lot of things that have been prepped up to this very point. So, yeah, it's just something that's interesting that, you know, you kind of see this elaborate chessboard in a sense being laid out by the Puppet Master. The pieces are playing around, they're doing their thing, there's a few imposters running around and yada yada, and you also have, you know, Clear and Kieran in the mix here as well. And yeah, it's just a really wacky game and really wacky cycle that's kind of going on. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for that little rant there. Like I said, not a very lengthy rant, but just something I wanted to talk about, so we'll stop there. Okay, we are out of spoiler territory, and I'm gonna write that down, and we should continue forward. Downward, technically, since we're going down. Okay. Go through the teleporter pad here. Let me save real quick. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. I guess we'll go on ahead and start up this door here. This door has me on it. It's a nightmare door, remember? You guys made me go through one of them. Saki is going to have to clear this if we want to continue. Yeah, how hard could it be? Amber did it, so I can do it too. Man, that was so unnecessary. Are you ready to go through the door? It may be dangerous, so you must be careful. You have the audacity to show concern after all of this? You fake person. We don't want to hear it. Resorting to profanity is a sign of being uneducated. I'll show you uneducated. Stop. Just stop it already. Amber, weren't you the one who said I was an idiot for needless fighting? I don't need you two to start fighting now. Dumb idiots. Stupid. Dumb stupid idiots, sorry. Yeah, sorry. As for if I'm ready to go through yet, I'm ready. I could do it. I want to step through the door now. Good luck. You can do it. Normally I don't really ever cuss, but yeah. Heck yeah. I'm gonna do well. Let's do this thing. How eloquently put. Okay, I'm gonna step on through. Come on, Puppet Master. Show me what you've got. Hope she'll be fine. Wait, take a look over here. We can spectate Saki through this glass. I'm gonna quote Riza cause she ain't here. I have a bad feeling about this. The secrets behind this nightmare realm have been locked away. Saki Blakery, search deep within your mind and find the truth. Hello? Zumi? Hey, what's up? Sorry, I'm in Grand Dream City checking out all the new talent and stuff. It's late, it's raining, and I'm trying not to get sick. Yes, I'm aware that the SS Oceana will be here in a couple of weeks. You and Jane are always so paranoid with these things. The SS Oceana isn't even leaving for another 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm getting on a train in a few days, don't worry. Okay, see you then. Get no love around here. Excuse me, I'm trying to cross the street. Hey, I said excuse me. I don't want to get rude, but if you don't move out of the... Hey, what do you think you're... Wowie, this place looks spooky. Where am I? Doesn't look familiar, but maybe it's because I haven't looked around yet. Seems easy enough. Let's get it, gamers. Now, I guess I'll wait about that whole text there and just do a large spoiler rant in a little while. But anyways, actually hold up. Okay. You never really know with these kind of games. Let's see. I assume it's still right. I didn't mean to click on controls. Okay. Just curious is all. And sorry for the curse in the middle of the screen. I need to look into like the settings again. Like sometimes like it's nice that I can like point out stuff, but there's also times that I just forget to move it on out of the way. Okay. A mannequin? That's kind of weird. I'm gonna call you Manula. Is that okay? Nice. Guess I gotta put Manula there. Come on, Manula. You're coming with me. And then... Oops. That's a certified bro moment. What's going on? What was all of that? My head hurts so bad. Darn it. What's going on? I have to keep going. Val, get Saki on out of here quickly. No, I won't leave you. Stop acting like a hero. Accept this. Adam. Adam, no. Wait, who is Adam? I don't understand any of this. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to... Saki, run. Please run and get help. Val, I can't. I'm begging you, please. Enough. No. No, Valerie. Who is Valerie? Why? Why does seeing them cause me so much pain? Screw this. I don't want to do this anymore. Let me out, let me out. Do you know why you're here? You're going to be a part of an experiment. This experiment will dictate the actions we pursue going further. Are you scared? What's going to happen to my friends? Poor thing, can barely talk. That's no way to act. Checkers. I wouldn't worry about your friends. We won't hurt them, but they won't be your friends anymore. In fact, they're going to be brand new people. Perhaps you can say we're freeing them from a wretched curse. Isn't that such a good thing we're doing? You should smile. Well, you'll come around, voluntarily or not. What's gonna happen to me? You talk as if it hasn't already happened. You haven't noticed your new appearance. I'll chalk that up to my flawless and smooth procedure. That being said, it'll take a little while for things to take effect with you. You are our bargaining card. Just behave like a normal student from now on. Team Zen, Alana, and the others, forget them. No. Don't you want to forget them? Forget all of this? That scared look you have will be gone forever if you do. Come on. Let me show you. No, stop, get away. Good night, Saki Blakery. Saki! Saki, you have to get up. I can't do it, Amber. I can't. It's too painful. I understand. I know it's hard, but we're so close. I can't. This isn't the Saki that I know. The Saki I know could pull through anything, no matter what crap life threw at her. She would somehow get away with doing dangerous things and survive in the end. It was really annoying. Don't you want to annoy the puppet master for putting us through this hell? Don't you want to survive so you can get your revenge on those two idiots that did this? Amber, and if you can't do it yourself, then let me help. We can get through it together. So come on, take my hand. But why? Why do this for me? Well, it's because we're friends, right? Something along those lines. Yeah, I guess we are. Some friend you are, taking this long to help me snap on out of it? Useless. I should mow you to smithereens. Next time, don't go through needing my help then. Die in here for all I care. Come on, let's find a way on out of here. Yeah. Conveyor belt activated. The conveyor belt started moving. Let's check it out, Saki. Now, I guess I'll wait a little while longer. I heard some clunks from this machine when it first started up, probably because the conveyor belt moved something over. Duh, of course that's what happened. The question is what? I'll take a look, leave it to me. I heard some clunks from this machine when it first started up, probably because the conveyor belt moved something over. Duh, of course that's what happened. The question is what? I'll take a look, leave it to me. Okay, so it's the same thing as before. Jean, are you done with your part yet? They're gonna be here in a few hours. Blah blah, it just needs a few more adjustments. The security enforcer component just needs some time, that's all. Did you have to give the AI a personality? That's asking for trouble. Personality is everything. Just keep doing what you're doing. Alright, alright. Saki, did you just see that? Yeah. What were Zara and Jean doing down here? It's painfully obvious. Saki, aren't you supposed to be the genius? I mean, did you look at them? And the ones who did this to you, they must be the same. If you say so. What was that? It sounds like something crashed over there. We should go check it out. Was the crash we heard this box? I checked back here before and this was not here, so gonna have to say this box was the source of the crash sound. There's something on top of the box that looks important. Balance due. This letter is to remind recipient, Riza Burnett, that they own an astounding debt to the Hospital of Hope. A note from our doctors. Where's Riza's manager? Did they forget about the debt they owed me? Pay now or her condition will become public. Right, I think there's significance to the number being 74906. I believe it mentions that soon though. What the heck? Who can pay such a bill? I was about to make a healthcare joke, but I'm not going to. Forget about the price for a second. Why is Riza here? Was Riza sick at some point or something? Maybe she's still sick. Remember those fits she gets into? True, but I didn't think it was something so serious that it warranted this price. Frankly, nothing should cost this much in general, but that's another conversation. Kinda sounds like someone was being blackmailed with this though. Pay up or I'll tell. Really weird. Now, okay, yeah, before... Well, I guess I'll continue some more. I'm trying to think, Saki, go investigate somewhere else. Yes, ma'am. Like, I kind of want to do a spoiler run so I don't forget some things, but I think I should be fine. Because I kind of want to do it like all in like one go. What was it again? Like 7496? I have to admit, I'm surprised to even remember that. So had the units we ordered been completed? We have them just as you wanted. Now about the payment. Payment will be directly put into Riza's treatment. I'm sure that's fine. It'll do, yes, just make sure it's on time. Last time it caused problems. Also, treat the sec units well. They will break if you're too rough with them. What good is a security drone if it falls apart if it's roughed up? Just don't abuse them, that's all I'm saying. They are ours. What we do with them is up to us. That will be all. We'll be in contact again soon. What the? Zara and Jean, they're a part of Team Zen. Not only that, but Cassandra's tied in with all of this too. No surprise there, politicians are just disguised villains anyways. They didn't want payment for anything other than Riza's treatment. I'm so confused. Wait, were those things always there? A mysterious black box. These black boxes, I saw them in those visions. They were all placed in those pods next to one of us. Except for Amanda for some reason. This must be what the conveyor belt pushed out. Just what are they for? Intruder alert, intruder alert, evacuate immediately. What the? Intruder alert? What do we do? They said evacuate, right? So let's get on out of here. You two never fail to stand in my way, but this time I've won, and I'm going to see my beloved once again. Ow. Now Crescent's been down here? She stole 3 of the black boxes that came on out of the conveyor belt. Just what the hell is she planning? The Puppet Master's trying to show us something here, but the events are so disjointed. We don't have a proper timeline. What events happened first? What was recent? We can ask these questions later. Let's look for a way on out of here. Right. Crescent ran off south of here. Maybe we should follow. Something might have changed. Sounds like something opened. Something behind us, maybe? Another one of these pods. This one seems out of the way. We gotta open it, right? Yeah, probably. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Isn't this that girl from before? Crescent. But we saw her escape from this place. Why is she down here too? Well, there's certainly a lot to unpack there. The Nightmare Realm's lock has been undone. We are one step closer to victory. Please do not give up. Return to the School of Nightmares and uncover the final truth. Okay, I'm gonna save right there, and I think I'm gonna get into a very lengthy spoiler rant, and then that'll probably be it for the episode here. So if you don't really want to continue on any further and don't really want spoilers, that's fine. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Take care. Good morning. Okay, now one final time, spoiler rant very soon. If you do not want to listen, I wouldn't listen any further. It's pretty much the end of the episode there, but if you do want to listen, we're gonna get into a spoiler rant about now pretty much. Okay, we are in spoiler territory one final time. If you do not want to listen, go to the comment section below, timestamp there. It's pretty much going to be the end of the episode here, so yeah. Okay, on to the spoiler rant. I will try to not be super lengthy with this one, but it's going to be a little lengthy, honestly. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for the pause there. Right, onto the spoiler rant. So, it's a really interesting thing going through Saki's Nightmare Realm. You start getting into the room with this voice. Well, I guess technically it happened before getting into the room, but the point is, you get started, you get this voice of Amanda within Grand Dream City looking around for, like, I guess, like, people that might fill the role of different gym leader stuff and yada yada yada. And then some random person appears and she's like, hey yo, I'm trying to walk here, you're kind of in my way. And then she gets a little bit upset because they're clearly not moving, they're not gonna budge. And then of course that was when Amanda got attacked. The Amanda that you seen at the very beginning of the game is not the real Amanda. Remember going all the way to Ironworks? Is it like Ironworks factory or some sort of like factory pretty much within Westgaren City? The time where you play as Malia, Madalis comes on in, and then you see that it's this weird robotic kind of thing, and that kind of answers why that like Amanda, because like I don't think Amanda's had a black box by her side, so she was something different, more robotic, created by, I would assume, Jean and Zara, or well, Clear, Kieran, one of those four, because like Jean and Zara were of course real people, and things kind of happen, and now Clear and Kieran kind of like impersonate them. So I would assume in some way, shape, and form the original Jean and Zara had a hand in creating this robotic thing to get money for continuing projects, for Riza's thing, and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I don't really remember exactly what happened to Zara and Jean, but what was it again? Did the original Jean get turned to stone and Zara just kind of went missing? I don't remember exactly what happened to Jean, but the point is, like, things happen and they're kind of getting impersonated now. And I guess to be fair too, it might talk about what happened to Zara down the line. It's just been a minute since I played this game, so I don't quite remember, but the point is, it's not unusual for Clear and Kieran to be like, alright, you did your job, I don't need you anymore, bye-bye, and they just toss them to the side pretty much. So yeah, I would assume something to that extent happened, but regardless, however the robot was made, it was made, I would assume, by them. And you see it give out this warning thing, it falls into the lava pretty much, it dies out, and the story kind of continues on. Now you get into Saki, you see where her, Valerie, Adam are in this room, and it's pretty chaotic what's going on. Now you may be wondering how, why? Well, go back to Valor Mountain when Crescent was like, okay, if you all want to do this and mess me up and save this team Zengrunt, whatever, let's just do our thing. She teleports them away, and I assume she's gonna talk to them some more about certain stuff and not actually battle them. But then Clear and Kieran arrives. Bad things happen. Crescent is a very strong trainer, but her love for the pro tag is kind of, I don't want to say like it's like a downfall, but it kind of was her downfall in that situation, because Claire was like, okay, you've done some things, we've done this back and forth, I've learned a few things, hey Behem, why don't we do this little illusion kind of thing and mess her up? Does its thing, and she falls for it, and that's how pretty much they all get captured. Now you may be wondering, the first time that Crescent appears, I still believe that, you know, it's kind of like this quote, like, sometimes you have to lose in order to win. I believe that Clear, Kieran, the first time Crescent pulled up in that, I don't want to say like a laboratory, but like underground basement area, whatever you want to call it, I believe they intentionally lost. They wanted to lose. Why? The three black boxes that Crescent up and took and was like, I'm going to see my beloved again. No one's going to stand in my way. Not you two. That's it. She takes the boxes. They're just kind of like standing there like, oh no, we're beaten. Did she take the boxes? Okay, we're good. Cool. Back to square one and back to doing our thing. They're fine with it. Why? Go back again to Ignis Factory, where Amanda was like, we're waiting for the signal from the SS Oceana. They wanted the interceptor to arrive within this world. They wanted it because at the end of the day, the Interceptor is the one and only thing that can tip things from good to bad. Renegade, Paragon, they are the judge and they do what they want to do how they see fit. So in their minds, they're kind of like, the only way we can even tilt this is with him. Now, if they go for the Paragon route, okay, yeah, sucks, but it's okay. I think we can still win. But if they join the Renegade route, they're like, yippee, we cannot lose. We chillin', we vibing, we still gotta cause some mayhem and destruction, but we won. Now we just gotta get to the finish line. So I feel like either way, they need the Interceptor in the game, in this equation, in Varia's story, in order to actually tilt things from good to bad. Because without that, the game kind of just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So they need something that can actually alter and change something, being the Interceptor. That's kind of my thought process on that. I probably could be wording that better, and I don't think I'm 100% on the dot about that kind of idea, but I think in some way, shape, and form, I'm kind of right. That I think the first interaction where Crescent up and appeared, beat them, I think they wanted to lose so that she can take the black boxes, bring Nancy back to life, bring Alon back to life, and that's that. Now what's interesting is that third box though, it showed her collecting 3 of them. I don't know if the third one is now kind of like with her because she's technically a co-host Interceptor with us, if that's how that works. If so, I guess that works. If not, then I guess there's a third box out there with her. There's that one box with us that Nastasia gave us. I don't know who or what that could be, because it appears that the boxes, I feel like in some way, shape, and form hold a soul within it, so then it can, I guess, come back to life in some sort of way, shape, and form. I'm not entirely certain on how the black boxes honestly work to begin with, but I have to guess it's something with the soul, because there has always been this connection with like the Groovins and all sorts of different things about experimenting with the soul, and I think that has some sort of way to like connect all of that is what I'm trying to get at. Go to like the next few things that I kind of like glanced over a little bit, where you see Adam being like, go get help. You see Valerie, Saki, please do something. They get dragged, beaten, put into the pod, and then you have Saki being the final one. All of them are in the pod, but right next to them is the black box. So in some way, shape, and form, that black box, you know, not only can, like, I guess, host a soul, but it can somehow alter it as well, give it a new personality, a new look, make it forget certain things. It's really interesting, the capabilities of Team Zen, of Clear and Kieran, how they're able to do that sort of thing. And I'll even bring Braxton into the mix. Braxton, you know, held on strong for the longest time, not willing to let go of those memories, and she did a good job, but the others, they couldn't do it. It was over. For the time being, of course. But yeah, it's just something that's really intriguing. But the one thing that sticks in my mind is what, not Clear, Kieran, what he said, that we're doing this to save you from this wretched curse. Something of the sort is what he said. I'm really curious on what that is. Is it a thing with the whole Varia core system game thing that she's like done and started? That it's like, we're gonna change you, rewrite your soul, so you're kind of different now, not what Varia had intended. Is it something kind of like that? Or is it a whole nother thing entirely? I'm not exactly certain on what he means by like saving you from this wretched curse. And I'm really intrigued and interested on how that's going to play out down the line, because there has to be more to it. I would guess it might have something to do with Varaya. If it's not that, I'm not even sure, to be honest. I really don't know. It could be a number of things, honestly. Alright, I'm back again. Sorry for the pause there. Try to remember where I think I was talking about the Jean thing. Sorry, not Jean. Kieran thing. Trying to think if there's any... Right, I guess I can get into Zara, Jean, and Cassandra a little bit more. So, like, you see the thing with, like, the bill from Riza, and I would assume, like, they were, like, friends, and they wanted to keep that whole thing, like, a secret. If it got out, bad things happen, and yada yada yada. But there came a point where... I guess, I mean, we are in spoiler territory. If I'm not mistaken, like, Jean, Zara found out about, well, what was it again? Zara had an argument with Riza. Riza then had I think it was like an asthma attack or something like that, and she unfortunately died. They hid the body, and I think in some way, shape, and form, I think that's what got them kind of like stuck in a position being like, hey, if you don't want people finding out, then you gotta do things for us. No, I feel like I'm wording that backwards, because to begin with, there was the deal with, you do stuff for us, we'll pay for the medical bills. That happened. She unfortunately passed away, and then maybe afterwards, that's kind of when like Claire and Kieran kind of like swooped on in, like, hey, I'll impersonate her, you keep doing this, you fall back on your word, you're not gonna like that, and so on. And then kind of afterwards, they kind of went missing, like Zara went missing, and then I think Jean was turned to stone, like I mentioned earlier. Again, I feel like I'm mixing up some events here and there, and I'm not getting it fully right. I hope some kind of get what I'm trying to get at, though, because like there's a lot of moving parts with this game. There's a ton of stuff, and it's kind of like difficult in a sense to keep track of every little and big detail that is within this elaborate story. But yeah, I think we'll just leave it at that for now, honestly, just to keep it just simple. So yeah, definitely a lot going on, definitely a lot. But I think with that being said and done, I think that'll be it for today's episode. I want to say again, thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys. Please take care of yourselves out there, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Good morning.